After years of citizen concern regarding police misbehavior, Mayor Menino convened a community ombudsman oversight panel in 2007. Their job is to review appeals of civilian complaints dismissed by the Boston Police Department. However, many people complain that the process is too inaccessible to hold the police accountable for their actions.
The system in which you're supposed to run through to file a complaint isn't working out, and that you can't really use the fact that there's very little complaints coming through as a reason that there's no need for a civilian review board.
One incident when I was stopped, the cops told me in my face that he stopped me because of my neighborhood, the place I live. He told me he stopped me because I'm a black male.
I think people come with their own prejudices and biases. I mean, that's just human nature. But I think getting past that and not prejudging because a particular community may be plagued with a certain problem, a particular violence of some nature, or say you have an area where there's quite a few homicides or shootings, to not think that everyone in that community is conducting in that behavior.
They decided to stop me because I asked them, "And what's your reason for stopping me?" The cop answered, "He can stop anybody he wants."
And then the second police officer that came out the passenger seat, he started frisking me down. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, didn't have a chance for me to do anything. Like, was patting me down, holding me down, and I'm just like, I don't have anything on me. And I told him I was just trying to go to school, but he continued to frisk me anyway.
We was going, coming from work. We had our checks. We about to cash our checks, and we was in a large group, and we was walking, and the police had came. They drove past us at first, then they circled around the block, and then they stopped us, about 3 cop cars, and then they were asking us questions, but they never said why they were stopping us. So one of my friends, he decided to ask questions and ask them why they were stopping us. So when he did that, they got an attitude, and then they were threatening to lock him up and stuff.
Do you know how to file a complaint?
No, I actually don't. I've never actually, wrote a complaint towards, filing any complaint, anything like that.
Most people feel intimidated. Most people feel that if they do file a complaint, there will be retaliation against them.
They won't look at it, they won't take it seriously, and will there be any kind of repercussions for me personally?
We went to go file a complaint at the South End precincts right over here. What they told us was that was the wrong jurisdiction, and so it couldn't have happened. Where we said the incident took place, which was somewhere around Chinatown, they said it was the wrong jurisdiction, and so it couldn't have happened. But I'm looking behind the glass barrier at one of the cops who was involved.
I feel like it's not up to us to go take their badge number, go take their number. I feel like it's the department's job.
Take careful note of every little detail of the situation, because the more detailed account you can give, the better off you're gonna be. It's also good to make note of what witnesses are around and try to get their information after the situation is over, so that it's not just you.
But the thing is, like, when you're making a complaint, you gotta ask them for their badge number, I believe, and then you bring it to the station. But the thing is, when you ask them for their badge number, they get offended.
The role of the police in the community, as I see it, is where we are the official agent for law enforcement when the police, in making sure that the public is safe, making sure that people have a safe environment, that people can come and go without being harassed or without being afraid to go with their normal duties during the course of the day.
In serving the community wouldn't feel as though these people are attacking them.
A lot of police don't really care about the people, and they kind of want to just abuse their power and call it law enforcement.
We're governed by the same laws that we enforce, so we have to apply the laws equally and evenly.
The police, they pretty much do what they want, and the reason for that, I think, is because people in our community, they're not really educated about their rights, and we're trying to give people a way to push back on some of those issues.
I think it's about community. People need to take a sense of ownership of their community. That's important. You have to be part of the process. You can't stand out on the sideline, as I say, Monday morning quarterback.
I think even if complaints did start pouring in tomorrow, that they still would come up with another reason why it's not really necessary and not really needed.
If I do that type of thing, that brings me back to the first point where I asked, who are you going to file that complaint to? Are you going to file a complaint about the police to the police?
The courage comes when people are willing to go forward, because change doesn't come easy, and you usually have to fight for change.